Having a second passport gives you access to travel to a lot of countries visa free, and other ways you can get citizenship are either by birth or marriage. For example, if you're born in the United States and Canada, you are automatically citizen of either of those countries. In today's videos, I'm going to tell you one of the fastest ways that you can get citizenship, and I will tell you the countries that you can also get citizenship. My name is Francis. If you're joining me for the first time on this channel, we talk about how to legally migrate, and we also talked about the lived experiences of immigrants in the diaspora. So what if you do not have money to invest? Another way you can also get citizenship is what is known as citizenship by investment. Countries like Grenada, Saint Vincent and KK, Antigua and Bermuda, Vanuatu, and Grenada, and some other countries offer citizenship where if you invest between 100,000 American dollars to 150, and depending, some will charge you $250, where you go to those countries, you invest your money in either of those two countries that I've just mentioned, and you will get your citizenship between 3 months to 1 year. In the case of St. Nevis and Nevis, where the popular Nigerian YouTuber Tayo Ayinao is alleged to have paid £150,000 to obtain that country's passport, there is now a backlog. So for those that are planning to apply for citizenship in St. Nevis, there is a long waiting list. Having a passport for one of those countries that I mentioned before means that you will be able to travel to 130 countries. For instance, if you have St. Lucia's citizenship, which will cost you 100,000 American dollars, you will be able to travel to 140 countries in the world. What about if you were not born in America and you are not married in America, married to an American citizen, and you do not have $150,000 that Tayo Aino paid for his passport? Is there hope for you? Yes. So in today's video, I'm going to be telling you some of the fastest ways that you can get citizenship and how you can get citizenship. So if you know anyone that is planning, make sure you share this video with them. Leave your comment in the comment section if there is any country that you think that we need to talk about, which I haven't talked about today. I want to know what your views are. So countries like, if for instance, Argentina is a country where it's one of the easiest countries to get citizenship. If you go to Argentina, you live in Argentina legally, within 2 to 3 years, you will get citizenship in Argentina. Argentina is one of those countries. You also have countries like Dominican also offers. Now, Mexico is another country. A lot of people do not know, because of Mexico's proximity to the United States, if you live in Mexico between 1 to 3 years, you can get Mexico's citizenship. Uruguay is another country. Now, for those who do not know, Uruguay is a country in Latin America, in South America. In fact, it's described as the Paris of Latin America. Living in a country like Uruguay, you will be able to get their passport within 2 years in Uruguay. And having Uruguay's passport gives you access to 137 countries in the world. And also, some of these countries include EU countries like Denmark, Croatia, Greece, and many more EU countries. Also, another country is Panama. Panama used to be one of the easiest countries to get resident. Lately, the opportunity to get citizenship in Panama is still very easy in Panama. To get citizenship there is not hard. A lot of these countries that I'm telling you today, these are countries that, as we speak now, these are some of the fastest countries that you can get passport, and their passport allows you to travel to 130 countries visa-free to these countries, okay? Another country is Barbados. Now, for instance, if you are born in Barbados, Panama, Jamaica, Uruguay, you can get passport. Now, let me now explain to you the easiest way that you can get passport if you're not born in those countries. For instance, if you and your girlfriend arrive in Brazil, your girlfriend had a baby in Brazil, that child is automatically Brazilian citizenship. If your child is Brazilian citizenship, as the father of a Brazilian child, you can apply for Brazilian citizenship because your child is Brazilian citizen immediately, and having Brazilian passport allows you to travel to 137 countries in the world, including Germany, Republic of Ireland, Denmark, and many more countries visa-free. If you're seeing value for what you're hearing today, give this video a like, leave your comment in the comment section, subscribe to this channel. Our goal is to give you the information that will make you to achieve your migration day. I'm going to have a drink of water because the weather in England today is very, very hot. Whether the weather is hot or cold, I still have to deliver the content because I know you good people, you need the information. So Brazil, that is Brazil. So you have a child in Brazil. Once you have a child in Brazil, that allows you to get citizenship in Brazil. And the citizenship allows you to travel to 137 countries. Another country where you can travel to, you have a child in that country, and you will then be able to use your child to apply, is Argentina. Argentina, the easiest way to get citizenship in Argentina is having a child in Argentina. Once you have a child in Argentina, as the father of an Argentina child, you will then be able to use your child to apply for Argentinian passport. That is one of the easiest way to move to Argentina. Another country where you can use your child to get citizenship is Mexico. Mexico passport is one of the strongest passports in the world. It allows you to travel to almost 136 countries visa-free. You do not need to have a visa to travel to a lot of the countries in Europe if you have a Mexico passport. And the easiest ways to get Mexico passport is to have a child in Mexico and then use your child to apply for Mexico passport. I want to know what your views are. Is there any countries that you think that you can get a passport through citizenship and that through child, having a bet there, which you think that we need to talk about? The only downside, one of the things you need to be aware of is that one of the things you need to be, Brazil has a law, for instance, that Brazilian citizens cannot be extradited to any countries, which means that if your child is born to Brazil, you are covered by that law. The good thing about Brazilian citizenship is that it gives you, from the day you have a child in Brazil, it gives you right as the parents of a Brazilian child to start the process of applying for yourself. So Mexico, Argentina, Brazil, Uruguay, Panama, these are good countries to start looking at, and these countries you will get. But if you have money, if money is not your problem, St. Lucia, as we speak today, if you invest 140 100,000 American dollars in St. Lucia, that $100,000 will give you St. Lucia's passport, which allows you to travel to 140 countries in the world. You will be able to travel to 140 countries with your 100,000 American dollars. So these countries are very, very important. St. Neve and Keke, the St. Neve and Nevis has been in the news recently. Like I said before, that is where the Nigerian YouTuber Tayo Aino paid $150,000 and he was able to travel. So the benefit of having a second passport, it's very, very good. For instance, myself, since the last 18 years, I have not had to require visa. Whenever I'm traveling, I just buy my ticket and I fly. And it's something that it makes things easier. You know, it's not going to make you rich, but they make things easy. It will open up more opportunities for you. So just to be clear, the country that we also need to talk about is Paraguay. Paraguay is a country in South America. If you do not have any criminal record, this is very, very important. In order for you to get a passport from most of these countries, you will need to have clean not criminal record, clean record, because that is very, very important. Paraguay will give you their citizenship. If you marry a Paraguayan girl, from the day you marry the girl, you can begin the process of starting your citizenship application in Paraguay. That is very, very important. So these countries are very, very important. I want to know what your views are. Somebody say Argentina passport and not Argentina. I don't understand what you mean. Adetola with your Argentina passport. How about when you don't want to give birth? Okay, if you do not want to give birth and you live in, say for instance, Argentina, you live there for 2 years, you can get the passport as long as you live in Argentina for 2 years. Legally, you can get the passport if you live there for 2 years. That is something that you need to be aware of when it comes to Argentina. Okay, so Argentina, as far as I'm concerned, Argentina, Brazil, Mexico, these 3 countries are some of the easiest countries in Latin America to get passport without having a child. But if you have a child there, it just makes the journey easier for you, because as a parent of an Argentina Brazilian child, you can start the process as soon as your child is born. So that let me take some questions, both. Hope Nigeria will follow for your quickest. Okay. Well, Emmanuel, I do not understand what you mean by your question. Hope Nigeria will follow. I don't understand. Can you rephrase the question? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I've seen the question now. Can you rephrase the question? So the countries that I'm telling you today, which are the countries to get the fastest way to get passport, the easiest way is number 1, any of those countries that I mentioned before, St. Lucia, Grenada, Antigua and Bermuda, St. Nevis and Nevis, and Dominican, these countries have what they call citizenship by investment, where you invest between 100,000 American dollars to 150 American dollars, and they will give you their passport within 3 months to 1 year. And the passport of all these Caribbean countries, they have something similar to what Nigeria and some other East African have, which is like Nigeria, they have what they call ECOWAS, which allows you, if you have a Nigerian passport, you can travel to Ghana and all of that West African country. So the 6 Caribbean country, they have something similar, where if you have Jamaican, if you have, for instance, you have St. Lucia passport, you can go to Grenada, you can go to Antigua, you can go to St. Nevis and Nevis, you can visit the other countries and do businesses in those countries. And this passport, as I said before, it allows you to travel to 137 countries in the world visa-free. If you're seeing value for what you're hearing, or you know anyone that will benefit from this content, please kindly share this content with them. The benefit of having a second passport is very, very good. And the ways you can get it is either through citizenship, marriage, birth, or by investment if you can afford it. So these are the ways that you can get this passport. So these are something that, if you think that there's something that I've left out, let me know what your views are, because having a second passport is something that is very, very popular these days, especially knowing full well that if you have it, you will be able to travel visa free and you will be able to access a lot of services in a lot of these countries. So look at Uruguay. Peru is another country that I haven't talked about. Lima in Peru is one of the most beautiful places in the world. It's renowned for having some of the best delicacies. It's another country where if you marry a Peruvian woman, from day one, you can start the process of citizenship by naturalization. But if you do not marry a Peruvian woman, you live in Peru legally between 2 to 3 years, you can qualify for their passport. Peruvian passport allows you again to visit more than 130 countries in the world visa free, and that include Spain. So that is another country that you can visit free of charge. Let me know what your questions are. Is there countries that do you think is worth paying 150,000 for passport? Like in the case of the Nigerian YouTuber who paid 150,000 American dollars for St. Nevis passport. Do you think that is good investment, or do you think it's money that it's not money well spent? Let me know. Would you pay for a second passport if you have it, or do you think that having passport in a different country is not worth it? That you rather keep your South Africa or Nigeria or your country's passport? Do you even believe in it? Let me know what your views are. I want to know what your views are. If you have the opportunity, would you pay $150,000 to have a passport to travel visa free to 130 countries? Leave your comment in the comment section. So just want to summarize what I said. So in order to apply for most of these countries' passport, you have to have clean, no criminal record. That's very important. Citizenship by birth is you can get it in Brazil. Mexico is another place where you can get citizenship by birth. From the day you have a child in Mexico, Brazil, Barbados, Panama, Jamaica, and Uruguay, you will have passport for your child as soon as possible. In the case of Brazil, once you have a child in Brazil, Argentina, and Mexico, you as a parent, you will be able to apply through your child, and you'll be able to get a passport which allows you to travel this country. So let me know what your views are. Leave your comment in the comment section. If you've seen value for this content, please kindly share to anyone that you know will benefit. Don't forget that information is the key, and give this video a like to show appreciation to myself, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to leave your comment in the comment section so that I can know what your views are. I love you guys. You guys are the best. I will see you soon.